We have with us head coach Brenda Mock-Brown, along with student athletes Daniela Lopez, Megan Downing, and Anala Nelson. Again, questions, if you have them, please raise your hand. We'll get the mic to you, give your name and media entity. With that, Coach, opening statement.
Yeah, well, one, just what an incredible season. I'm grateful. This is a tough moment. I told the girls in the locker room, of course, in this moment, you have a lot of emotions. Top of line is anger, or disappointment right now, and it'll turn into sadness and just feeling of missing out on Sunday when we know and we believe we had a good enough team to be there. And it'll take a while to process, but I think when you look back on this season, it's going to be quite rare going forward that you're going to have a team this resilient and this tough. There's not many teams that can start out 0-5. I don't count our Division II win. We were 0-5 in Division I games. That was just in the non-conference. Megan and Danny were out all of preseason and trickled in to the non-conference. We kind of find some bearings, and then we start out 0-3 in SoCon. That's not ideal, but it's also taught us a lot. And I think the character of this team, is in how we serve each other, how we played, and the resilience we showed down the stretch. That being said, in terms of the season perspective, I'm proud to be a part of it, and I'm certainly grateful for these 3 and the other 11 that are in the locker room. Tonight, or this afternoon, I have to credit Samford. They resembled, it was like we were looking in a mirror in terms of the resilience, determination, hard work, and the mindset that they had. So I credit Matt Wise, I credit those young ladies. I thought they gave us a tremendous effort because this wasn't a high-scoring game, 57-48. It was a battle of wills, and they out-willed us. And I told our players, the reality of the situation is you want to be that team every time, and there's going to be times where you're not. And today, unfortunately, was a bad time not to be. But I have to credit them. I think we know and we respect our opponent and all of our opponents in this conference. And we were the only team that Samford had not beaten coming into this game. They're a good team. They had been playing well, and they outplayed us today. And so that's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow, to get so close to 2 trophies this year and not get it. But at the same time, there's a lot to be proud of. And I congratulate Samford. I wish them well. Both Chad and Samford are great teams. And, we celebrate this season and we regroup quickly and we get ready to move forward. So that's all I have to say.
Questions? Front row, Jeff?
Yes, Coach. You guys held them with 39 points, obviously, a week ago. What adjustments did you see that they did offensively you thought they did better today against you guys?
Yeah, well, they hit shots. They hit shots. They got loose a little bit easier. Bree Rivera, she was 2 of 5, and then we fouled her. I think last week she didn't hit a 3. We did a little bit better job on her. I don't know, honestly, Jeff, that it was, and again, credit Samford, but 57 points is not a lot. I think we got out of rhythm early in the first quarter with some foul trouble. Again, we probably, if we could go back, do a couple things differently. I think we needed to get the ball moving a little bit more on offense, try to do a little bit too much ISO ball, and it was sort of our offense was the demise. I don't think it was our defense. It's hard to hold. They averaged 60. Yeah, I think people, you're used to seeing us hold people to 41, but that there is, they shot the ball well. They also hit some really tough ones too. And we had some of those same looks as you saw, and we just didn't get them in the second half, we just didn't hit them, rather.
Third row.
Steve at Greenville Sports Media, this is for all 3 players, if you guys feel like answering. What's something you've learned from your team this year, from your teammates?
Anala,
you don't have to answer. It's okay.
Anala, you can go first.
I learned a lot from this team this year. It's a team that just fights no matter what. No matter what type of adversity, we're always there, we're pushing through, and we just persevere through everything.
Megan, you want?
I think the biggest thing would just be to have fun and enjoy it.
More questions from the room? In the back?
For the players, just 33 collective fouls this game. Can you just talk about the physicality you saw out there on court and the physicality you put out there?
Daniela, you want to take that one?
Just talking about the fouls. There were 33 fouls called.
I mean, yeah, we knew that game was going to be hard. Yeah.
I mean, I think both teams just really wanted to win, so I think we were just playing really aggressive, just doing whatever we could. So.
Then, Coach, not often that you're going to have a team that has both SoCon Coach of the Year, SoCon Defensive Player of the Year. Just looking back on this season, where are your biggest prideful moments?
Again, Mackenzie, I would say probably in our ability to stick to the process. I think we all know that the human tendency is to bail. The human tendency is to seek comfort. The human tendency is to give up. Certainly, and when you're in sports, you have to really also keep the focus on who's inside the circle, because we all know how we are. I mean, I'm fans of sports teams. I'm a big fan of my own, but we can all be naysayers when things aren't going well. And I think we had to kind of tune some of that out and stick to the process. We had to also make good adjustments. I want to say, I think, the coaching staff, I got Coach of the Year and my face is all over it, but we collaborate. That was a team effort, and our kids know that. I let my coaches coach because I've got really good coaches. And so I'm proud of them. I never saw doubt in their eyes. I mean, there's a lot of, I know how it is to be an assistant coach. That's a tough gig, obviously I bear the burden of responsibility, but they have a lot of, input on what we do. And so I just appreciate them sticking to the process as well. And I think that probably helped our young ladies go, hey, this is how you do it. It's not the outcome. The outcome matters, but it's more important about, one, the humility, the discipline, and the loyalty that we display in our program, and that's our core values. So that's my takeaway, is that we actually embrace those, we live those out, and we want to continue to do so, even when we leave the program. Even when they leave the program, I want them to look back and have grown as a young woman, and obviously it's a lot more special for this team because they also are champions.
Any other questions from the room? Seeing none, Coach, thank you. To you and
Thank you
your
all.
players.
Thank you.